Roll number 1, Preeti.
Yes, sir.
आपने अपलोड किए क्या?
Yes.
Yes, here you can see the syllabus of the 4th unit. Okay, energy consumption, braking power and energy and front and rear wheels. Okay, brake system of electric ability, the anti-lag brake systems. Clear? And addition of this, yesterday lecture I have taken the I have explained regenerative braking systems. Okay, so means almost all this content in the 4th unit is completed, and extra we have completed the regenerative braking system additional topic. Clear? Okay, so in addition, we can discuss small things. So how we can write the MATLAB in the for energy calculation of the braking. Okay, to calculate the energy required for braking for a defined drive cycle. Okay, explain that. Next, write the program to calculate the energy in MATLAB. Okay, to make a MATLAB program which plots continue given for the speed, torque, and efficiency values. So just we are going to see the brief description about all this. So this is not in syllabus, but just take an idea. Okay, braking. What is braking? So we already know the braking. Braking is the process of controlling the velocity of an object. Okay, braking is nothing but it is a process. Okay, braking, it is a one type of method, or it is one type of process for controlling the velocity of an object. Okay, by inhibiting its motion, by controlling its speed, by controlling its velocity. Okay, so object in motion possesses the kinetic energy. Means if whatever we are going to braking the for a particular object, for example X object, if it is in motion, okay, it is possesses the motion, means that object is moving from one place to another place, from one point to another point. That is called as it is in motion. Clear? So it is rotating, it is having some speed. So whenever this object is having some speed, okay, it will generate the kinetic energy. It will generate the kinetic energy. Just wait. Hello. Okay, so this object is having some motion. It will generate the kinetic energy, and this, to bring an object to stop, the kinetic energy must be removed. Okay, in order to bring that object to the zero speed, in order to bring the from maximum speed to the zero speed, that objective, maybe a vehicle, whatever. Okay, so the kinetic energy must be removed. The kinetic energy must be dissipated. Otherwise, the objective will not be stopped. For example, if we are taking a vehicle as an object, if kinetic energy is not completed, okay, the vehicle will not be stopped. Okay, the vehicle will not be stopped. That's why to stop the vehicle, okay, to bring the vehicle speed to zero speed, we have to remove or we have to dissipate the total kinetic energy. Otherwise, the vehicle cannot be cannot be come to the zero position or zero speed. Clear? So the removing the kinetic energy can be accomplished by dissipating the energy to the atmosphere through the friction or by converting it to another form of energy. Clear? So means for removing the kinetic energy, or the kinetic energy can be accomplished by dissipating the energy to the atmosphere. Okay, so means we can dissipate this kinetic energy in the form of frictions. We can convert in terms of friction or heat. Okay, or we can convert this kinetic energy into the electrical energy to or some other form. Clear? Or mechanical energy. The most common type of braking is a mechanical brake, which inhibits the motion through the friction brake pads. Okay, everybody knows the most uh, popular method and common method for all the types of vehicles. Okay, or for all the types of engines, for all the types of motors, we are using the common method for braking is the mechanical braking. Is the mechanical braking. Clear? This mechanical braking is inhibits the motion through the friction brake pads. Means this by applying the mechanical braking, it will dissipate the kinetic energy. It will dissipate the kinetic energy into the braking pads. Okay, and it will be dissipated in the form of heat. It will be dissipated in the form of heat at the braking pads. Okay, the mechanical brake applies friction force to convert the kinetic energy of the vehicle into the thermal energy, which is then dissipated into the atmosphere. So also we can say mechanical brake applies friction force. Okay, mechanical brake is nothing but we are going to develop the frictional force. Okay, we are going to produce the frictional force. Okay, by using this friction force is converted to the kinetic energy of the vehicle into the thermal energy. Thermal energy is nothing but heat energy. Thermal energy is nothing but heat energy. And this heat energy will be dissipated into the atmosphere. Okay, this heat will be dissipated into the atmosphere. So this is the simple concept of the mechanical braking. So in one sentence, I can say, in one sentence, I will explain. So while applying the mechanical braking, okay, we are creating the mechanical force, okay, or friction force. Okay, this friction force is converted the kinetic energy into the thermal energy. Thermal energy is nothing but heat energy. Okay, this heat energy is dissipated in the form is dissipated into the atmosphere. Into the atmosphere. Means we are wasting the energy. So brake system is does not use friction or referred to as a regenerative braking system. In regenerative braking system, kinetic energy is converted into the form of useful energy, which can be stored for later use, increasing the fuel efficiency. So whatever we are going to distributing the energy in the form of heat and it will be mixed into the atmosphere. So it means we can say it is a wastage of energy. Means we can say it is a wastage of energy. So we can convert this energy into the electrical energy, and this energy can be utilized. Okay, we can convert this kinetic energy into the heat energy or mechanic energy and mechanical energy to the electrical energy, and this electrical energy can be stored into the battery, and we can save the some amount of energy, and we can improve the efficiency of the vehicle. We can improve the efficiency of the vehicle. Clear? And also we can save the some fuel. Also we can save the some fuel or some electrical energy also. Okay. So as with any systems, the process of braking must follow the principle of conversion of energy. As with any systems, the process of braking must follow the some principle of energy, conversion of energy. Energy cannot be created or destroyed. So everybody knows, as an electrical engineer, we already know energy cannot be created, cannot be destroyed. But we can convert from one form to the another form. But we can convert from one form to the another form. So here, input energy is equal to the output energy. Summation of the all input energies is equal to the summation of the all output energies. Okay, the energy present in the object in motion is given by the following equation. The energy present in an object in motion is given by the following equation. So already we know the formula. What is the formula for finding the kinetic energy? Kinetic energy is equal to 1/T into mv square, or 0.5 into mv square. 0.5 into mv square. Okay, here m is nothing but mass of the vehicle. Okay, mass of the vehicle, that is in kgs. Okay, v is nothing but velocity of the object or velocity of the vehicle, that is meters per second or kilometers per hour, whatever. And E, kinetic is nothing but kinetic energy. Okay, that is in joules. Okay, from this above equation, assume the mass of the objective is constant. So mostly, if you are taking any object or any vehicle, most of the weight of that vehicle or weight of that object is mostly constant. Okay, it is clear, in order to remove the kinetic energy from from system, the velocity must be brought to the zero. So it is clear that in order to remove the or in order to finish the kinetic energy, so that objective speed must be comes to zero, or that vehicle speed must be comes to zero. Next. Okay, for example, if you want to calculate the braking energy, so just open the Excel sheet. Okay, just open the Excel sheet. Calculating the energy required for braking, drive cycle data is prepared. So means we have to prepare the drive cycle data. Okay, which is drive cycle data includes time and speed. Means the drive cycle data should be included speed and time. So that is equal to, if time t is equal to 0, the speed of the vehicle is 0. The speed of the vehicle is 0 kilometer per hour. So at the same time, speed of the vehicle is meters per second is also 0. Okay, speed 0, this is also speed. Time t is equal to, for example, if this data we have to put the all values. Please remember, we have to create this drive cycle data. At time t is equal to 1 second, what will be the speed of the vehicle? At time 2 is equal to 2 seconds, what will be the speed of the vehicle? We have to create in Excel sheet, and we have to convert the speed in kilometer per hour into the meters per second. So how we can convert this kilometer per hour to the meter per second is, for example, at time t is equal to 1 second, at time t is equal to 1 second, the speed of the vehicle is 20 kilometer per hour. So 20 kilometer per hour is nothing but, so for example, 1 kilometer per hour, 1 kilometer per hour is equal to 1000 meters per meter per second. आवर को सेकंड में कन्वर्ट करने का 3600 सेकंड. Clear? So like this same way, if you want to convert the 20 kilometers per hour in speed meters per second, so 20,000 divided by 3600. So that is equal to, what is the value of this one? 20,000 meters upon with 3600 seconds. That is, we can get the meter per second. We can get the meter per second, this value. So 20,000 upon by 3,600, how much? 5.55 meter per second. Clear? So this is the 20 kilometers per hour is converted into the meter per second is 5.55 meter per second. So accordingly we have to calculate. So 35 also here at time t is equal to 2 seconds. At time t is equal to 2 seconds. The speed of the vehicle is 35 kilometer per hour. So that is equal to 35,000 divided by 3,600. 35,000 divided by 3,600. So what is the value of this one? 9 point. What is the value of this one? 35,000 by 3,600. कितना value है? कितना है? How much? 35,000 divided by 3,600. How much? Value कितना है इसका? 350 divided by 360. Yes, 9.72. 9.72 meter per second. Clear? So this data we have to create in the Excel sheet. Okay, at time t is equal to 3 seconds, the vehicle speed of the 50 kilometer per hour, and that is meter per second with 13.88. Okay, like this way we have to create this data, drive cycle data, and this from this drive cycle data we can get the one graph also in Excel sheet. We can get the one graph. Clear? Okay, so by after entering this data in the Excel sheet, we can convert this data into the in the form of graph. Okay, this is called as a drive cycle graph. Okay, this is in time in seconds. This is speed in meter per second. Speed in meter per second. Next we have to write the one MATLAB programming. So you can practice this program in your home, at your home. Okay, after preparing this drive cycle data, okay, this after preparing this drive cycle data, import the drive cycle data in MATLAB file by using the import data option in MATLAB. So we are having the import data option in MATLAB. So by clicking on that import data option, so whatever we have created the data in Excel sheet, that will be imported in that MATLAB. Okay. After importing the drive cycle data, create a program to calculate the energy. Create a program to calculate the energy required for braking for the above imported drive cycle. Whatever we have given the drive cycle for this data, so whatever we have given this data for drive cycle, okay, this data is imported to the MATLAB. Okay, this data should be imported to the MATLAB using the import data option. After importing this data in MATLAB, so we have to write the one program. We have to create a program to calculate the how much energy is required for the braking. How much energy is required for the braking? Clear? So how we can write the program? So this is the program. This is the program to calculate the energy is required for the braking. Energy is required for the braking. Okay, you can write this program in your MATLAB. Okay, you can do practice in home. Okay, first of all, give the value of mass. Mass is equal to 1000. Okay, mass is nothing but vehicle weight. Okay, that is the percentage of mass of the vehicle in kg. 1000 kg we have to give. And next, time is equal to drive cycle. Time t is equal to drive cycle bracket. Okay, semicolon and 1. Okay, this semicolon, percentage of the time in seconds, percentage of the time in second. First we have to we have to write the program, and we have to give the one weight of the vehicle. So how much vehicle is having the weight, that vehicle weight is entering, and next we have to give the time, drive cycle 1. Okay, so here whatever we have given, the drive 1 is the drive cycle for the time. This 1 is represented by the time, and 2 is represented by the speed. 2 is represented by the speed. So but which one we are taking here? Meters per second. Meters per second. Okay, velocity is equal to drive cycle of 2. This 2 is represent the column of this drive cycle. Okay, this 2 is represent the column of this drive cycle. Percentage of the velocity in meters per second. For I is equal to 1. Okay, I is equal to 1 means I is equal to 1. Length drive cycle is -1. So if velocity of the vehicle of 1, okay, velocity of the vehicle ith cycle is greater than the velocity of the I plus 1 cycle. Okay, I is nothing but here 1. I is nothing but here 1. If velocity of 1 is greater than the velocity of I plus 1, I plus 1 is nothing but velocity of 2. So means that is equal to energy is E of I is equal to 0.5 into mass into, okay, velocity of 1 minus velocity of I plus 1, okay, whole square. That is equal to, we know the formula, 0.5 into m into v square. Okay, m into v square. Next, give this write this program in the MATLAB, put the end. Next, f printf, total braking energy is percentage of d, that is the sum of e, sum of this e. Clear? F printf, an average braking energy is percentage of the mean of the e, means total braking energy calculate करने के लिए sum of this total energy, sum of this total energy. Write this program like this, and to calculate the average value of the energy, so we are changing the mean. Mean means average value of the kinetic energy. Okay, so next we are putting the figure 1 plots, subplot. Okay, plot time, velocity. So whatever we want to see the in terms of plots, in terms of display, the how much energy is calculated. So accordingly we have to write the program, this plot or displays. Y label x label 1 time second, y label velocity. Means if you want to check the output in terms of graph, so just give the plot, just write the plot, okay, into time comma velocity comma line width, okay, and coloring. Okay, next x label में x axis में क्या लेना अपन को, that parameters we have to enter. If you want to take the time in x axis, there is x label 1, time in seconds. If you want to check the speed in y axis, write the y label 1, velocity in meter per second. Next, title means give the one name for that plot, drive cycle. Okay, title is nothing but whatever we are getting the plot or whatever we are getting the graph. Okay, for that graph we can give the one name, that is the drive cycle. Hold on, subplot and plot energy line width means अगर दूसरा प्लॉट ड्रा करना है, दूसरा प्लॉट चेक करना है, दूसरा ग्राफ चेक करना है, for energy के लिए. First graph is for the time versus velocity, and the second graph is energy versus energy के लिए versus line width. So x label 1 time seconds, y label 1 energy. So here also we are going to check the plot energy versus time. Okay, इस time पे कितने energy requirement लिए, इस time पे कितने energy requirement लिए. Clear? So second plot is represented for the energy versus time. Energy versus time. Clear? So next second plot के लिए time नाम देने क्या है? Second plot के लिए नाम दे दो. So title braking energy. Okay, title is braking energy, means it will display the name is braking energy. Okay, so we can explain for the above program. Assume the mass of the vehicle is 1000 kg and assume the time and velocity of the from the imported drive cycle data. So assume the mass of the vehicle 1000 kg. So here put the vehicle mass. Vehicle mass or vehicle weight we can give value at any value, 1000 kg, 2000 kg, 3000 kg. Clear? And assume the time versus and time and velocity from the imported drive cycle data. So we have to put the some values for the time and assume the some speed, that is meters per second, and put these values in the Excel sheet, and this Excel sheet is imported to the MATLAB. Clear? This is the first step. And second step, for declaration, deceleration initial velocity via velocity of I is greater than the final velocity v velocity of I plus 1. So here in program we have taken velocity of I greater than the velocity of I plus 1. Okay, here velocity of I is nothing but deceleration velocity, means when we apply the braking. So whenever the braking is applied, the velocity of the vehicle is changes. The velocity of the vehicle is changes. Okay, that velocity of that vehicle is represented by velocity of I. Clear? Next is greater than the velocity of I plus 1. Velocity of I plus 1 is nothing but initial speed. Okay, velocity of I plus 1 is nothing but initial speed. So if this velocity of when the braking is applied is greater than the final velocity of the I plus 1, sorry, the velocity of I plus 1 is nothing but final velocity of the vehicle. Final velocity means maximum speed of the vehicle. So if this condition is satisfied, VEL of I greater than the VEL of I plus 1, then calculate the how much energy is consumed by the vehicle when the braking is applied. Okay, so for that purpose, how much energy is calculated? Okay, how much energy is calculated? So for that purpose, we are going to put the one equation. We are going to give the one formula, that is E is equal to half. Half is nothing but 1 by 2. 1 by 2 is nothing but 0.5 into mass into velocity square. Okay, half 0.5 into m into v square. V square is nothing but here velocity of the vehicle when the braking is applied minus velocity of the final velocity of the vehicle. Okay, that is whole square. Clear? That is equal to n लिख लेगा. Okay, and enter this formula like this. Next, step 3, calculate the braking energy for the length of the drive cycle using the loop condition. Calculate the braking energy for the length of the drive cycle. Length of the drive cycle is nothing but this is the length of the drive cycle. So how much time we have taken from 0 to 5 seconds, or from 0 to 10 seconds, or 0 to 25 seconds, like this. This is the length of the drive cycle. After calculating the all the braking energy for given drive cycle, find the total braking energy. Find the total braking energy using the sum of the E. Sum of the E energy, here we have written the formula in the programming. F print bracket open, total braking energy is percentage of D semicolon sum of E. Sum of E is nothing but total how much energy is required for the braking of the vehicle. Or total how much energy is required for braking the vehicle. So that is the we are doing the summation. Sum is nothing but add plus. Clear? If you want to calculate the average energy, if you want to calculate the total average energy of the vehicle, okay, total average energy is required for the vehicle when the braking is applied. So for that purpose, we are writing the one line in programming f printf that is equal to n average braking energy is percentage d mean of E. MEAN. Mean means average. Clear? Next, step 5, plot the results using the plot command and use the X label, comma, Y label, title command for the proper identification in the plot window. Means after entering all these values, okay, also we have given the return the in programs, plot kya lene ka hai. In plot, have to take the time, velocity, okay, X label on X axis, we are taking the time, and Y axis, we are taking the velocity, and for that graph we have given one name. Okay, that graph is shows the drive cycle. Title is nothing but drive cycle. That is the name of that graph. Okay, you can give the any name, drive cycle or X cycle or Y cycle or XYZ. Also you can give your name also, whatever. Clear? So that will displays on the graph. Okay, like this. So after running this program in MATLAB, we will get this graph. This is the graph of the drive cycle, time versus velocity, time versus velocity. Okay, at 0 time the velocity is 0. At 5 seconds the velocity is 20 meters per second. At time t is equal to 10 second. Okay, so again the speed is decreases 20 meters per second. This is the data. This is the graph which we have given the which we will give the data. Accordingly, this graph will be displayed. Accordingly, this graph will be displayed. Clear? So after running this MATLAB programming, so we can get the one plot, that is the energy required for braking. Okay, at time t is equal to 5 seconds, how much energy is required? At time t is equal to 10 seconds or 9 seconds, total how much energy is required in joules. Okay, 7 joules is energy is required, or 10, whatever. So accordingly you can get the graph by writing the one program in the MATLAB. Clear? So you can practice this program in MATLAB. Okay, so you can take the screenshot of this program and try to enter this program in MATLAB and give some data. You can give this data at any values in Excel sheet. Okay, and I have given the procedure. This file should be imported in the MATLAB and then enter this program, and you can get the these graphs, and we can get the this graph. Clear? So also we can show in the some workspace window. Okay, in that windows we can get the some values also. Okay, so energy 1 into 50 double, I is equal to kitna, mass kitna hai, so time 51 into 1 double, velocity 51 into 1 double. So we can get the in numerical values also. This is the plot we have displaced. Okay, this is the graph we have displaced. Okay, this graph is converted in terms of values also. This graph is converted in terms of values also using the workspace window. In main command window we can get the one plot window. In that one we can see the values also at this place. Okay, means we can display the values also. Clear? So coordination of the electric and mechanical brake. Coordination of the electric and mechanical brake. So in next lecture, if any time, then I will run this program in MATLAB. Okay, if we are having any time, I will enter this program in MATLAB and I will try to get this graph. Okay. Next, coordination of the electric and mechanical brake. Okay, in electric motor, the total brake is distribution two aspects, which are in electrical brake, which is called as the regenerative braking, and mechanical brake or classical brake with the hydraulic or cylindrical system. Brake force distribution must be uniform. So means what we can say, whatever the force is distributed in the wheels of the vehicle, that will be uniformly distributed. If the regenerative braking power requirement is more than the charging limit of the battery or more than the regenerative capacity of the machine, we must apply the mechanical brakes as well as. Means whenever already we have discussed in previous lecture this point. Okay, if battery is already fully charged, okay, battery is already fully charged and we are not having any capacitors bank and we are not having any additional capacitor bank, and we applied the regenerative braking, and again the energies, we are getting, and this energy is going to the battery. This energy is going is applying to the battery, but the battery is already fully charged, and again energy is applied to that battery. The battery will become overcharges. The battery will become overcharges. Okay, in that cases there is a chance to damage the battery. In that cases there is a chance to damage the battery. So for that purpose, if in that cases, okay, in that cases better to use the mechanical brake. Means, so the vehicle should be designed with a regenerative braking as well as mechanical braking also. Okay, sometimes maybe electrical braking may be failed, sometimes maybe electrical braking can be failed. So at that time, okay, we can apply the mechanical braking. Clear? So for that purpose also we should have a mechanical braking, and for technical reason, for the technical reason, so whenever the battery is fully charged, again regenerative braking is applied, then again the batteries become overcharged, then what will happening? Okay, what will happening? So the battery is going to be become a damages. In that cases, better to apply the mechanical braking. Okay, better to apply the mechanical braking because we doesn't require any electrical energy. Already battery is full. Whatever we are having the battery in the vehicle, that is already full, fully charged. Okay, we doesn't require. So in order to protect the battery, so better to apply the mechanical braking. Clear? So series means, in case of series, we apply the mechanical brake and regenerative electrical brake on one after another. We can apply the only one brake strategy at a time, either apply regenerative or apply the mechanical braking. Means series connection means whatever we are having the regenerative braking system and mechanical braking system, these two are should be connected in series. Okay, whenever we apply the braking, okay, it will be apply the regenerative braking and mechanical braking one by one after another. Okay. Next, in the series brake control strategy has further classification that is based on the wheeler we want to comfort. We want comfort of the drive or brake behavior compared to the energy efficiency. Okay. So this series brake control strategy again classified into some different types, that is based on the designing of the vehicle and way of how much we have to comfort for driving or for applying the braking. Okay, how much the driver is going to be comfort, accordingly we can design the braking, accordingly we can classify the series brake control strategies. Okay, parallel is also same thing. In case of parallel, we apply the both brakes simultaneously. Okay, we are in parallel braking systems, we have to apply the both brakes simultaneously. This particular parallel braking is going to happen both at a time. Okay, so these parallel braking system is regenerative braking, that is the electrical braking and mechanical braking should be connected in parallel, and these should be applied at a time both. Okay, mechanical braking and electrical braking should be applied at a time both, so that whenever we are applying braking in that way, so that type of braking can be called as a parallel braking. That type of braking can be called as a parallel braking. Means parallelly we are applying the mechanical braking as well as electrical braking. Clear? Electrical driven intelligent brake, EDIB. Electrical driven intelligent braking. It's a combination of the hydraulic brake or mechanical brake along with the regenerative braking. Means electric driven intelligent brake is nothing but the combination of the hydraulic, mechanical as well as electrical braking. So whatever the braking system is designed by using the hydraulic and mechanical braking and electrical braking, combination of all these types of three types of braking can be called as a electric driven intelligent braking system. Electric driven intelligent brake systems. Clear? So this is the simple uh, braking concept of the vehicles. Braking concept of the vehicle. So if we will have any time tomorrow, I will try to enter this program in MATLAB and I will try to run this program tomorrow. One, two, three, 7, 1, 2, 3, 7, 9, 10, 11, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 22, 16, 18, 22, 23, 24, 25, 25, 27, 28, 30, 27, 28, 30, 35, 36, 37, 40, 41.